welcome to Dashcam TV. Thanks for watching and supporting our channel. We really appreciate it. We're heading down Hinchley Road right now. Just crossing the single track here. That's the Canadian Pacific track. When we turn up here, we go under the triple tracks. The CN, Canadian National. I think this road up here is called Milltown Road. I can't remember. And then after that, Hinchley is just a dead end. Saturday morning, about 20 after 11, December 5th, 2020. As you can see, it's somewhat overcast day today. Still no snow on the ground. We've had a bit of snow here and there, but nothing that's stuck around. Whistler's in the back seat as normal, going for his truck ride. So this morning's errands, and I'm sure we'll go into this afternoon. Right now we're heading to the dump, and Whistler will be excited at the dump because he always gets a treat there. As soon as we turn down the road to the dump, he'll know where he's going and what he's getting. Trying to read that sign, I think. Yeah, it does say Milltown Road. Sometimes I can remember things. And then after we go under the train underpass, we'll be crossing over the Salmon River. If anybody's into canoeing or kayaking, the Salmon River is a great paddle. I did quite a section of it years and years ago. See, it's a one-lane bridge and somebody has to yield. And now we're on Road 2, commonly known as Old Highway 2. And then after the dump, we're running in town to the hardware store to get a very specific bolt so I can reattach the handle to my pellet stove. And then after that, I'm taking empties back. And I think the last thing in town is going to Best Buy to get the proper SD card for the actual dash cam that you saw us install last weekend. So you might start seeing some dash cam footage on Dashcam TV.
That would be nice, eh?
That would be nice. So I guess I can get up to the speed limit here. It is 80. For our American viewers, that's 80 kilometers per hour. Hopefully later today we're planning on going to Napanee around 5 or 6 when it's dark out, because Napanee always has a fantastic Christmas lights display, so we're hoping to get some video of that. Not sure if that'll make it into the Sunday video or the Wednesday video, but that is the plan. Here we are coming to the dump. I think he might know where he is. He knows he's getting a treat.
Where are we, Whistler? Whistler, where are we?
Sitting there patiently waiting.
Yeah, being a good boy.
You know, after all this talk about treats, is probably the day that he's out of treats. So it does cost $2.50 per bag at the dump. I'm just pulling up to the window here to pay the lad. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I just have one bag.
All right.
Are you asking nicely for a dog treat? Thank you. There's one half of your treat, buddy. Number one, thank you. And there's the other half of your treat, buddy. Right back there to hold up traffic so I can safely pull out. This is 60 through here. We'll try to keep it around 60 kilometers per hour, not miles. I really do wish the Americans would catch up to the rest of the world and start using metric. It would just make everyone's life so much easier. Constantly converting. Right here is the official border. We've now left the Tyendinaga Mohawk Reserve. I believe this is considered city of Belleville at this point, although we're still a good 10 minutes away from the actual city. Is back up to 80 here, so.
And did you see the truck in front of us? That is how you should turn into a driveway.
When there isn't oncoming traffic.
Yes, when there isn't any.
Here we have a little moped on the side of the road. December and people are still riding bikes. I saw a guy on a motorcycle yesterday and I was like, wow.
Yeah, no.
So So next stop is the hardware store, because Tyendinaga Computers did have the proper micro SD card for the dash cam, which eliminates a trip to Best Buy. I would much rather support a small company like Tyendinaga Computers than a company like Best Buy. And as I mentioned that to the guy walking out, he said, yeah, we're much cheaper than them as well. So I think it was a win-win for me right there.
Yep. And I don't think you pay tax, or do you?
No tax.
No tax.
Exciting drive. Still on Highway 2, westbound. Almost into Belleville. Coming up here, we'll go into divided 4 lanes, but right where that begins is there's a left-hand turn to Point Anne. I've actually never been down there. It's a dead-end road. I'm quite sure there's a boat launch down there because I've seen several people in the summertime turning down there with boats, so there pretty well has to be a boat launch, right? But someday I would like to go down there just to check it out.
In the 15 years that I lived in Belleville, I've never gone down that road either. I drive by it. I used to drive by it every day, but never turned in.
Here it is right here, if you see the sign for Point Anne Lane. Of course, if I went down and saw the boat launch, that would just make me want to buy a boat. And I'd love to own a boat, but I know the only time it would get wet would be when it rains, and otherwise it would just be a very expensive lawn ornament.
Do you get holidays from work?
I don't take them.
Are you saving up for retirement?
Yeah, sure.
Just retire like 5 years ahead of time?
Yeah, I'm working on Freedom 85.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a policeman sitting there behind the Jehovah's Witness sign. They like to hide behind that sign because this is a 60 and people do tend to go 80 through here. Like I was just going 70 when I saw him and thought I should reduce my speed.
Sneaky buggers they are.
Yep.
It's funny, when my father is a police officer, my mom had taken my sister and I to the arena to do our figure skating. So, and this is when we lived on the base in Kingston. So we're done. My mom goes to drive us home. Like we're going home and we're going up the hill and my mom's speeding. And my dad was on patrol. And anyways, my dad pulled over my mom.
Did he give her a ticket?
He did not give her a ticket because he would have to pay for it. But it was quite funny.
So that would have been Constantine Arena, which is just across the LaSalle Causeway from downtown Kingston. And then going up that hill would be the hill going up towards Fort Henry.
Fort Henry, yes.
And obviously CFB Kingston is on the top of that hill as well.
Yeah. As soon as we pulled in or drove through the gate, that's pretty much where he pulled my mother over.
Oh, was your dad military police?
My dad was military police.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I knew you had told me he was in the military, and you had told me he was a cop as well, but I never put 2 and 2 together that he was a military policeman.
Yeah, he was military police.
I think when you told me that, I thought maybe after the military he got into OPP or RCMP or...
He actually did work with the OPP for a little while, but he wanted to change, kind of, I guess. So he went into corrections.
Right.
And he was a correctional officer for, I think, 20 or 22 years. And then he'd had enough. And now he's a school bus driver at 76. And he's still driving. He's still working full time. God, I love that man.
So just to back up there, we used a couple acronyms. OPP is Ontario Provincial Police. And I think most people, even if you're not Canadian, know RCMP is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Pulling into the Home Hardware here to find this bolt so I can reattach my handle to my pellet stove.
Oh, there's another police officer. They've got nice cars now. When my father was a police officer, it was so long ago, they had K cars. K cars. Like, that was my first car.